fam, welcome back. So I thought today we would take a moment to go through my highlighters. These are all of my single highlighters, and I do have a few highlighter palettes as well in here to get myself to make better use out of my face palettes. So I threw some that were mainly like highlighter dominant in here, and I've actually found myself getting some more use out of them. So we're going to go over all of these highlighters today, and I am so excited to share this with you. So let's go ahead and get into these products. Okay, so here are all my highlighters. They will not even all fit into the frame. Again, I did move some face palettes to my highlighter drawer to get better use out of them, which has been helping. So we will start with those. This is kind of the rest of my Shop My Stash. I chose out some palettes. Since I cleaned out my drawer, I had this like empty acrylic holder that used to hold my face palettes. I pulled it out as part of my little Shop My Stash and pulled out some palettes I wanted to use for spring. And I've been playing with these. So one is this little Stila palette. We might as well look at some eyeshadow palettes too, right? While we're here. Who's gonna complain about that? So first I have this Stila Happy Hour palette. I really love this palette. I will say that the mattes are more on the buildable side, but I really do like that. The shimmers are out of this world gorgeous. Love this palette so much, y'all. Like, oh my gosh, these are so gorgeous. So I've really been having fun playing with this one. But what I really wanted to talk about was this glow kit from Anasazi Beverly Hills. This is one of my highlighter palettes, and I pulled this for my Shop My Stash because I wanted to get more use out of it, and I've been enjoying dipping into this little guy. So definitely it helped me to move my palettes to my single products and pull my drugstore in and just get everything back together again, because now I'm reaching for different products and I'm not just like focused on what's in a specific drawer. I also pulled out my Sweet Talk palette from Colourpop. Thought this would be really pretty to play with too. I also pulled out, so far I've played with this one. I played with these. So I have the Jackie Aina. Sorry, I'm so close up to the camera. It's an odd angle. I have the Jackie Aina one I pulled out to play with for spring, and I wanted to play with that with the Carly Bio palette. I played with these last weekend together. And then I also, for my little spring inspo, pulled these two palettes, the Mercury Retrograde, which I played with 2 weekends ago. I thought this was beautiful for spring. And then the Natasha Denona Love palette. I have not played with this one quite yet. I mean, I played with it before on camera, but not since I pulled it from my stash. So that one's still to be played with. And then I can put these back and pull new ones for spring. And then I also pulled out this Ace Beauté Nostalgia palette because this has been inspiring me so much. Definitely want to play with this one soon. And I also pulled out the Mel Thompson x Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels palette because I thought this would be really pretty for spring too. So these are the palettes I have pulled. But I mainly wanted to show you that little glow palette. But I thought it'd be fun to just take you through what I have in my current Shop My Stash. Okay, so I'm gonna move all of these off and we'll go over the face palettes first. This first one is the Soul Body highlighter from Colourpop's sister brand. This is in the shade Rosé. And this is a highlighter like best applied with your fingers. It's super beautiful. Super wet and beaming, just gorgeous. But like with a brush, it doesn't go on as well, but with your fingers, oh, gorge. Next, we have this highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. It's like fingerprints on everything. I'm so sorry. This is the Hollywood Superstar Glow highlighter. It's a big old pan. Really pretty. I have this one here from Flower. This is a highlighter palette that is absolutely stunning. Probably my favorite drugstore highlighter, off the top of my head at least. I think this is so pretty. Next we have, and these were all in my face palette video, but these are ones I've moved to my highlighter drawer. We have the Moonchild from Anasazi Beverly Hills. And I hope you guys don't mind seeing these again. I just figured it'd be fun to kind of see what I'm currently rocking for highlighters in my highlighter drawer. This is a beautiful, like colorful highlighter palette. And then we also have the Aurora Palette, which is another really pretty colorful highlighter palette. These are pretty much my only colorful highlighters, so I think they're pretty nice. Nice little selection. And then I have this Smashbox. I almost decluttered this one, but I'm like, girl, you've not played with this at all. It's mainly highlighters. There are some bronzers and such in here, but it's mainly highlighters. Like these three are highlighters. I think these three are highlighters. That's like a face powder and like a contour and bronzer. So I'm hoping to get more use out of this one. The packaging is stunning, and I really think the swatches look really pretty. Like, they look interesting. So I'm hoping to get more use out of this. I don't want to declutter it quite yet, but if I don't use it, you know what I mean? Gotta use it. Then next we have these guys. We have the Hourglass. This is like a little highlighter trio. This is the ambient lighting palette, the Absolute Strobe Light, Pure Strobe Light, and Lucent Strobe Light. I have a highlighter palette from Lime Crime. This is the Opals, and these are all like iridescent highlighters. And then I have two from MAC. I have the Hyper Real Glow, and I don't know, it used to have the shades on them, I thought. This is like more like the pinky ones, like pinky champagnes, and these are more like the gold ones. And there's like a kind of champagne-y hue there, so really pretty. And then we have this little pile. We have this Ofra Trio with Nikki Tutorials. It's got Space Baby, Glazed Donut, and Glow Goals in it. I have this beautiful one from Cheekbone Beauty. I haven't gotten to show you guys this one yet. But this is a little highlighter palette with like a champagne, a pink, and a gold. Super beautiful. Let's get these some swatches. These are so soft. Just beautiful, soft, pretty highlighters. Cheekbone Beauty is an indigenous brand in Canada, an indie brand. They are so nice, gorgeous. Like, how beautiful is that formula? Next we have this one from Too Faced, and this has three beautiful highlighters. This is, I'll tell you what this one was called. This is Hyper Reflective Highlighting Palette. I thought there was something about like ice cream. I don't know, but it's got vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. But yeah, this beautiful highlighter palette from Too Faced. And then we have the Bobbi Brown. This is the Shimmer Brick palette. And we've got three Shimmer Brick highlighters in here as well. So just beautiful. So I have all of these moved to my highlighter drawer. So I will hopefully get better use out of my face palettes, please, because they are too pretty to neglect. Okay, next let's talk about some cream products. So the first one here is by Hourglass. This is in the shade Champagne Flash. I love this thing. So just like a cream highlighter, and you can dab this on your cheek, and then you can use another highlighter on top if you want to intensify. You can just use this on its own. I think this is so beautiful, and I love using it. Next we have the Ciate London, the Dewey Stick, or just Dewey Stick. And this is just kind of like a, just like a glossy shine, like that wet skin effect. Kind of a unique product. And I have the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife highlighter. So beautiful. We've got a Marc Jacobs. This is in Fantasy, I think. Yeah, Fantasy Dewdrops. It's just a little pump. You can mix this in with your foundation or put it on under foundation or use it as a highlighter on top of foundation. We have my favorite liquid highlighter, which is the iconic Illuminator. This is in the shade Original. Beautiful. And we have this Cover FX. These are the glitter drops in the shade Aurora. Just a really pretty glittery pink highlighter. So these are all my little liquid and cream. Not all of them, but most of them. Next, let's take a look at this little guy. So in here we have first a Jouer highlighter. This is in Rose Gold. This is a powder highlighter. And super pretty color. It's like a peachy pink that flashes gold. Just gorgeous. Next we have another little mini. Oops, and that is this Wander Beauty in, this is the Wondrous Glow in After Hours. It doesn't look like much when you look at it, but the swatch is so pretty. It's just like super reflective and gorgeous. Then I have two here from Fenty Beauty. Goodness gracious. Okay, so the first one we have is Hustler Baby. And then it's like a pretty peachy gold highlighter. And then I also have Sandcastles, and this is like more of a silver, kind of taupey silver highlighter. Super pretty. Then we have some of these from Becca. So first we have Opal. So Opal is more of a champagne shade. We also have Champagne Pop, the ever popular, pretty gold. And then my favorite one is this one, which is in Lilac Geode. This is so beautiful. I've definitely worn this quite a bit recently. Found this at TJ Maxx, love. Then I have a few from Laura Geller. First, I have this one in Diamond Dust. This is like a holographic, it looks white, but it's like a pinky holographic shade. Super pretty. Also have this one here, which is Peach Glow. Really pretty soft shimmery pink in that same beautiful formula. And then of course we have Gilded Honey as well. So really pretty gold. Next from Stila, I think this is in Kitten. Yeah, it's a Kitten highlighter. It's like a duo highlighter with a lighter pinky side and like a deeper goldish side, but both in this like rose goldy hue. Really pretty. Then I have this little guy from Kevyn Aucoin in this little dust bag. And this is Starlight, the Celestial Powder. If I can get it open, there we go. It's again like a kind of a peachy, pinky gold. I love these shades because I have a bit of a pink undertone to my skin. Then we have a few from Urban Decay, which, like the blushes we talked about in the blush video, I need to get more use out of because these are really pretty. I have Sin, which is like a super cult classic shade. And then I have Aura as well, which is like a pretty pink highlighter. And I have one from Makeup Geek. This is in Psychedelic. And it's like a pretty iridescent highlighter. And then from Persona, I have the Zuma highlighter. This is the Cali Glow highlighter in Zuma. And this is definitely one of my favorites. So pretty. And then off to the side, I have a Kylie. And this is in Ice Me Out. It's kind of like a goldy highlighter. And then I also have a Sleek palette here that has 3 creams and 1 shimmer. I used this the other day and it was a little intense until I topped it with this. So I definitely want to play with this more, but it was really pretty. Next, let's look at this little section. So first I have one here by Nudestix. This is another cream highlighter. And it's one of the minis. And this is in the shade Hey Honey. So it's like a pretty gold highlighter. I also have this one here from Say. This is one I got as a like deluxe sample thing, like a beauty offer from Sephora. I added it on for free. I think it was like free with like a $25 or $35 purchase. So this is a new product. It's a clean beauty brand at Sephora. And this can go either like under makeup as a primer, or it can be mixed in your foundation to add some glow, but it can also be used as a highlighter. And since it's new, let's swatch it. So it's definitely more of like a glow, like a shiny glow. Super pretty. Again, one of those like no makeup glossy type highlighters. It smells a little intense, a little perfumey. Don't love that, but not a big deal. Then I have this Beauty Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in Spotlight. This is another one of her Beauty Light Wands. Gorgeous. And I feel something else down here. Oh, I have another liquid highlighter from Urban Decay. This is the Naked Skin Highlighting Fluid, and this is in the shade Fireball. It's pretty pink. And then we have all of my loose highlighters, and I have one jelly highlighter back here. So first I have 3 from Artist Couture. I have Illuminati, which I believe is like the goldish one. You can see how pretty that is. It's like so beautiful. I love these Artist Couture highlighters. So this is like the goldish loose highlighter. Then next we have Coco Bling. This is the more like icy white highlighter from Artist Couture. And then lastly, the first one I got was Summer Haze. I got this from a Boxy Charm or Boxy Luxe or Boxy something. It's like a pretty peach one. All three of these are so gorgeous. Then I have one from Becca and Chrissy Teigen. This is in Cinnamon Sugar. And this is a really pretty highlighter too. It looks a little deep, but it's really not too bad. So it's like a little bit more gold for me, but still really beautiful and totally wearable. I've worn this several times. Then we have the Fenty Fairy Bomb in 24K Ray. This is a pretty loose highlight. It's like a little softer than like Trophy Wife. And then we have a Becca loose highlighter in Champagne Pop. That's what that one looks like. And then last but not least, we have Farsali. This is the Jelly Bomb highlighter. This one is in Rose Goals. You can see how it moves. My other one is like so dried up. It's in my shop, my stash. It's like the original shade, but I'm probably just gonna pitch it because it's kind of crusty. So I'm not showing it in this video because it's pretty much on its way out. But yeah, that's this little section. Let's move on to the next one. All right, let's get into this one. So first, we have three from Maybelline. This is the Master Holographic. And is it the shade? It's in the shade 50. Yeah, I'm not sure what the shade 50 is called, but this is like a pinky, like a holographic-y kind of highlighter. Kind of chunky, but very pretty. We have also Molten Rose Gold and then Molten Peach as well. These are all gorgeous. I like using these as blush toppers and highlighters. This one just is a highlighter, obviously. It's not really much of a blush topper, but these two do work really beautifully as blush toppers or highlighters. I think they're so pretty. I mean, look at that. Gorgeous. I also have this one here from Milk Makeup. This is the Mars highlighter. And this one is so cool. It's like a red shifting like duochrome highlighter. It's like so cool. See how it shifts from like a gold to pinky red? This is so pretty. Then we have a Colourpop Disney Villains collab highlighter. This is in Maleficent. This is a definite favorite of mine. These are so pretty. Look at how gorgeous. It's just a beautiful highlighter. We also have this beautiful one from Estee Lauder. This is the Heat Wave Bronze Goddess highlighter. This one is falling out of the pan a little bit, so I've got to be careful with it, but this is definitely a favorite highlighter of mine. So beautiful. It's just like gorge. And then we have this Becca highlighter in Gold Lava. And it's just like a really pretty gold highlighter. And then if we move over to this side, we have some MAC highlighters. This first one is Soft and Gentle. Just a beautiful highlighter. We have MAC, look at that holographic, like the duochrome flip from pink to gold. So pretty. This is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish highlighter in Beaming Blush. It's gorgeous. I love that flip to pink, from pink to gold. And then also have this guy, which is the Mineralized Skin Finish in Barely Dressed. And this one's kind of neat because it's got like 4 quadrants, if you can see that. It's almost like a green, a pink, a yellow, and a lavender. Super pretty. And then this is my newest highlighter. This is the Bare Minerals highlighter in the shade Joy. This is one that I got from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I have seen this at TJ Maxx, but it's always swatched, So I wanted a freshie, and I love that it was on sale, and I've wanted this highlighter for forever. It's so gorgeous. Just absolutely beautiful. The next we have two here from Nabla. We have the Nabla in Amnesia. This is the Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. It's a really beautiful highlighter. And then this one I wear more as like a glowy blush. This is in Truth. And it's like a really pretty peachy coral shimmery blush highlighter. And then we have one from Stila. This is the Brilliance highlighter. And it's really pretty. This is like a gel almost, or like it's like a cream to powder, like a wet skin, gorgeous highlighter. Definitely need to get more use out of that one. And then we have a few here from, well, this one's from Laura Mercier. This is really beautiful. This is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight 01. This one looks really, really pretty on my skin. It leaves no cast at all. It looks really nice once I spray it with a setting spray. It just really reflects very beautifully, and I love this one. And then we have two from Bobbi Brown. We have the highlighting powder in Afternoon Glow. It's like a pretty champagne shade. And then we also have Pink Glow, which is like a pink and white marbled highlighter. Super beautiful. And then this is our last little highlighter section. So starting off at the front here, we have the Milk Makeup Highlighter. This is in the shade Lit. It's our Flex highlighter. This is beautiful. I've used this quite a bit. You can see I'm already starting to wear the little Flex imprint off of the front. Just a beautiful highlighter. This next one from KVD, this is the Metal Crush. This looks so intimidating. It's in the shade Gravitron. This is one of my favorite highlighters. And it is not as scary as it looks. It's actually super duper beautiful. So swatch this. Look at that. It mainly on the skin looks like it's pink. Like, what in the world? It's so gorgeous. Love this one. Even on my finger, it's just like, oh, delicious. Then we get into my little Fenties, which I have quite a few. Let's start with these guys. First we have Trophy Wife. It's a really pretty gold. Absolutely gorgeous. We have Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. Really beautiful. We have What a Brat. It's pretty pink. Then we'll look at these Fenties. We have Ruby Riches. It's like a really pretty like blush topper, or for blush draping. We have Sandcastles and Mint Mojito. Beautiful. And then we've got my very special one, which is for my girl Jackie Naturals in Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. Gorgeous. And then the last one from Fenty is the Diamond Bomb highlighter. Super gorgeous. Then we have two from Ofra here in the back. The first one being the March Beauty Word highlighter, because I'm an OG stan of Miss Samantha March. I love her. I also have Start Inspired, which is what it was relabeled as when it came out as a relaunch. But I bought the very, very first launch, so you can't get this one anymore, the March Beauty Word. I love this one. I still have the Start Inspired one like in its box in the original PR package, because I don't need to have two of them in my drawer at the same time. But this is Pillow Talk and Star something. I'll have to put it down in the description. I can't think of what it's called now, but these are like two existing highlighters from Ofra that Samantha had put into this. These are her two favorites. Star something. I can't remember. Okay, anyway. And then the other one is Rodeo Drive, Naturally. Super beautiful. Love this highlighter. And then moving on to this side, back here we have my Dior Quad. This one I moved from my palette drawer into my highlighter drawer to get better use out of it. These are really, really beautiful. I also have this one by Natasha Denona. This is the Glow Gold. And it's this little duo. And then I also have my little Amazon dupe for the Anasazi highlighter. Super beautiful. This is in the shade 2. And then on this side, we have a little Dior highlighter. And it's a little dust bag. This is in, I think, 01 Nude. It's definitely 01. This is the Nude Illuminator Dior Skin. And this is the beautiful highlighter. We also have this one, Miss Chanel. And this was the beautiful highlighter that just launched for the spring. It is gorgeous. It's like a blush and highlighter duo. Super pretty. This is the Fleur de Printemps, which I know that means spring in French. So like flowers of spring. Really pretty. And then last but certainly not least, I have this new one from Danessa Myricks Beauty. I picked this up not long ago from Sephora. This is in Dew Wet and Morning Dew. This is like a skin glaze type situation, like we were talking about earlier with some of the other ones with the like kind of no makeup, where this would kind of go on your skin as like a gloss. So I'm definitely excited to play with this one. I love the little like dewdrops on here. It's kind of cool. So that was my highlighter collection. I already put my face palettes away, but I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing all these little highlighters and seeing some pretty swatches. And I'd love to know what some of your favorite highlighters are. These are definitely some of mine. So anyway, I thank you guys so much for joining me today. I love you all so much. And until the next video, bye.